This is one of Yamaha's best-selling motorcycles, which has received a subtle visual update and also connectivity. But is it really worth it? This is the only video you need to watch to know everything about the new FZ20 and FZ25 ABS connected. Technical features, what's changed, performance in the city, on the road, fuel consumption, insurance cost, and of course my honest opinion with the pros and cons so you can make the best purchase decision. I'm Amanda Pagliari, and this is the most charming motorcycle channel in Brazil, which also brings you the best motorcycle content. So go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. The Fazer has been changing over the years and also shortening its name, now FZ20 and FZ25. In 2024, it got its latest updates, right? And now we've reached the 2026 version, which keeps the changes from 2024 that we see here in the design. So it had its fairings redesigned, giving it an even more robust look. We have new air intakes here. So you have a muscular tank, even more muscular, to give the bike an even tougher look. An interesting detail is that the tank of the FZ20 and FZ25 is made of 3 parts. In practice, if you fall, again on the right side, you don't need to replace the whole tank, just the part that was damaged. So that's really good because since it's modular, you spend less and don't need to replace the entire tank. Here we have the rear of this motorcycle. It really has a very beautiful design. It gives off a sportier vibe and even slightly resembles the MT line, right? The Master of Torque family, the MT-03, but it still has its own identity, including the headlight set, right? Which was controversial in the past because of this big light projector here. Yamaha kept it, right? Actually, Yamaha's naked motorcycles have this characteristic, right? A bold look with a big light projector and a more aggressive vibe. I think it's interesting and I liked it, guys. It lights up better. So what we have here is LED in the front, but the big change is that the turn signals, look at this, minimalist LED turn signals that look really nice, and the tail light was already LED. So the FZ20 and FZ25 are full LED. And still talking about the design, we have here an update to the mirrors. It got new mirrors with an even sportier look. What did you think? Write it down here below. Here at the back, look, the passenger handle is really slim, right? And it's nice here with this black finish. It feels really good to the touch, right? And with a sportier design, right? That bulky handle looks great. I like it, and it matches the FZ20 and FZ25. See. It doesn't come with a luggage rack or a top case support, but if you want to add a case, my tip is to get the top case support from the Fiberforce line by Scan. First, because it's really beautiful, so it has a special alloy here, right? It's made of engineering polymer and gives the FZ20 and FZ25 a bold look. It matches really well with the FZ20 and FZ25, as you can see on the screen already installed for you. I thought it looked amazing. And the cool thing is that this material, guys, is really good. Scan even gives a lifetime warranty for this luggage rack, so it's really worth it. They have it for other motorcycle models too, okay? You can check it out on the Scan website, but the Fiberforce luggage rack here is really great. It's my tip for you to put on your FZ20 and FZ25. Besides that, Scan has a complete line. This one made just for your FZ25, like a center stand, mud guard, anti-spray, engine guard, and hand guard. PRO engine and fairing guard, including the advanced foot pegs so you can rest on the road. Brake fluid reservoir cover guard, fixed riser, plate reinforcement, and several trunk options for you to put on your FZ20 and FZ25. To check out the full line of Scan products for your motorcycle, in addition to the FZ20 and FZ25, my tip is to click the link in the description. Or point your phone's camera at the QR code on the screen and check out the entire Scan line, which is high quality, durable, and you can trust it. I'll also highlight some products for the FZ and FZ25 in this video. The seat is a split seat, so here we have the rider's part and the passenger's part, and it has been redesigned so there's more padding to provide more comfort. We know that these more naked bikes with a sportier feel aren't really focused on comfort, right? But Yamaha did the work to bring more comfort for those who ride in the front or the back. And here we have a pretty wide seat for the rider, you see? It's generous, and there's a lumbar support here for the rider, right? The passenger seat, I'll get on so you can see. From the seat to the ground, the FZ20 and FZ25 have 79.5 centimeters. I'm 1.77 meters tall, and I can put both feet on the ground here without any difficulty. Here we have the foot peg set a little further back. Yes, it's set back, guys. It's a naked, right? A street naked with a focus more on performance, on a more aggressive, attacking riding style. So you're going to have the foot peg set back. It's not a touring bike, right? It's not for you to travel in great comfort, but rather to give you more sportiness. So it makes sense for it to be like this. So here we have a really good fit here, right? For your legs, right? And this texture here on the fairing is really interesting to grip your legs well. See? I really liked it. It fits me very well. The rider's foot peg here has a rubberized finish, while the passenger's is retractable aluminum, okay? It just has these little grips here to provide more grip, but what we have is aluminum without a rubberized finish here, only for the rider. And look, for me, the bike fits really well, okay? And here on the handlebars, it's also very easy to ride. It's a light and compact motorcycle. Altogether, it weighs 151 kilos. That's already considering the fluids and the fuel tank, which has a capacity for 14.2 liters of gasoline. Yes, gasoline, it's no longer flex fuel. For the suspension, we have a conventional telescopic fork here at the front with 130 millimeters of travel and no type of adjustment. At the rear, we have a monoshock with 120 millimeters of travel and preload adjustment. The wheels are made of alloy, 17-inch rims, and use tubeless tires. And in this color, guys, they're orange. I thought the wheels looked amazing. It comes from the factory, no painting needed, and adds a sporty touch. It stands out. I liked it. Did you? Didn't? Let me know below. Regarding the brakes, it comes with an anti-lock braking system, ABS, on both wheels. And in the front, we have a single disc with 282 millimeters in diameter, and in the rear, a disc with 220 millimeters in diameter. The engine hasn't changed. It's the old, well-known one from Yamaha. Wow, that's an engine that lasts, huh? Generation after generation goes by, and this engine is still here. At least it didn't lose any power because it's already compliant with Promote 5. But we always want more power, but it's all right, isn't it? I really like that it's black and stands out, it matches the motorcycle. I thought it was really beautiful, right? So you have this whole black block here. Here the okay part is aluminum, right? But I really like the engine. A lot of times people just put a little black cover here, but not this one. You can see the whole block here in black. I found it really interesting. And of course, we're talking about the single cylinder, 249 cubic centimeters. It produces 20 and 21. 1.3 maximum horsepower and 2 kilogram force meters of torque. And yes, the engine still has 5 gears. That's great, isn't it? So it's a 5-speed engine that we already know. Where's the 6th gear Yamaha? Anyway, it didn't come this time. And the final transmission here is by chain. The dashboard is completely new. It's 59 by 59 bigger than the previous version. And now it brings connectivity here via Bluetooth with Yamaha's free app. So you get notifications, monitor maintenance, battery, and so on, but you don't have turn-by-turn navigation or any kind of navigation, okay? It's more for you to see information about the motorcycle when you're away from it, and also information here about calls and everything else. And then here in the central part, we have the speedometer, the round tachometer here. At the top, we have the odometer. You can change the information right here on the dashboard. Okay? So you change it here. So you have trip 1, trip 2, right? You keep changing it here. Service information, right? About the oil. And here you have kilometers per liter. Here, average kilometers per liter. Okay? Clock and total odometer. Here on the right side, we have the fuel gauge. Let me turn it on again for you, okay? And on the left side of the dashboard, you'll find the connectivity information for your cell phone. When someone makes a call, look, the phone icon appears here. On the outside, we have the indicator lights. So if you're turning right or left, it shows up here. And there's also a high beam indicator, okay? And the ABS indicator, neutral. And we don't have a gear indicator. Here on the handlebar right in the center is the 12-volt socket, okay? But you need an adapter. The brake lever doesn't have reach adjustment. And here on the switches, On the right side, we have the button to cut off the engine current. And the ignition button, the clutch lever also doesn't have any kind of adjustment. And here on the left side, down here, we have the horn, left turn signal, and right turn signal. The high beam button is right here, okay? And low beam, here's the position light button. And back here, the passing flash switch. And now that I've already shown you everything about it, it's time to ride around the city and also hit the road. But if you're enjoying this video and think it's really thorough, how about leaving a like, huh? It helps me a lot and motivates me to make more videos like this. Now hop on my back seat. What is this? Don't activate it. Let's lane split here with the FZ20 and FZ25. 5. Yeah, unfortunately the rear view mirror makes it a bit harder. But aside from that, look, it's really agile. Oh, thank you, Moo. Thank you, officer. He let me through, so let's go. Hehehe. Yeah, it's a super light motorcycle, easy to ride. Here comes the question. Do I recommend it for beginners? Ideally, start small, but choosing the FZ20 or FZ25 is fine. You won't have any issues. The engine is really good in the sense that it's progressive. It won't catch you off guard. So yes, you can. Now these mirrors here just won't do, you know? That's it. Thank you. There you go, see? Remove the side mirror. Without it, you'll fit through easily. It's a little problem, right, guys, if you just lift the side mirror a bit here. Without losing visibility, of course. It's wider, see? Can you see it here? It would end here, see? There's still a bit left over. So that's it, guys. It does get in the way a little, especially in heavy traffic. So here's the mirror of the FZ20 and FZ25, because actually, even though the handlebar is a bit wide, the handlebar itself hasn't bothered me so far. Now the mirror, I felt that it stuck out a little. Bye-bye. It handles really well, so you can maneuver between cars here. The main thing, guys, is the rear view mirror. The rear view mirror is basically what makes it wide, right? You can ride it easily and get away from the traffic jams here. The FZ20 and FZ25 are urban bikes, meaning they're for riding in the city. I'm about to hit the road so you can see. But it's a bike for you to ride among the cars, right? To get away from traffic. So you have enough engine power here for the city. Its engine is really good for what it's meant for. It's a shame that, it doesn't have 6 gears, but honestly, here in the city, I don't really miss it. I'm about to hit the road and share my opinion with you all. But that's it, guys. In the city, it gets my approval. So it's a good bike for those who are going to use it in urban areas. It has a beautiful design. It draws attention wherever it goes. And in this color here, gray with orange, I thought it looked really, really bold. Yeah, that's how it is in the city. It avoids the potholes. Because, my God, it really doesn't have the suspension to handle those potholes, right? You end up feeling it a little. There's no way around it. It's a naked bike, but that's it, guys. Enough riding around in this heavy traffic. Let's hit the road with the FZ25. Time for top speed. Let's go. I don't even know my gear, guys. I'm going to be in 5th gear, right? Let's see if it's the phantom gear. Look, I really was in 5th. Yeah, now there's a slight uphill, right? It's not fair to try for top speed on an uphill, is it? But let's go, let's go. The handling of this bike is really good for cornering. So the breadth, that's the breadth, right? 112 here on the climb, full throttle. going, huh? Nice. 133, 134, 135, 130. Value 133, 133. 134, 135.
Cinco. Yeah.
136, that's a sneaky little increase. 137. That's it. That's it. Well, as you saw, its top speed didn't go over 130 and 137. That's according to the dashboard, okay? It's not the real speed. Yeah, but you have to consider, right? It depends, like if you're going downhill with the wind at your back, the rider's weight, all of that ends up making a difference. But don't expect high top speeds. And the bad thing is that it only has 5 gears, right? So on the highway, it ends up revving pretty high. When it comes to vibration, the single-cylinder engine is going to vibrate. There's no way around it. And then I feel a little vibration here in my wrists, more on the left one. Yeah, but that's because I'm really revving the engine here, right? 130, 134, look again, see? Trying, giving it everything here. You can feel the engine straining, see? I don't even know if it'll go up to 130 or 138, I don't think so. But that's it, that's the engine it has. Don't expect any great top speeds, right? It's a motorcycle that's stable, so when you're passing trucks and everything else on the highway, you don't feel it wobble. Even on the rough asphalt we have, right? On our highways, it does well. So that's nice because it gives you stability. It's not fast, but at the speed it goes, it gives you stability. So that's how it is on the road, guys. Don't expect great performance. And that's it, that's it. Now let's wrap up the video with the positive and negative points. Regarding fuel consumption, I got the impression that this model here uses more fuel than the old 2021-2022 model. I went back to revisit my video, which I made a long time ago, about the old Fazer 250, and I got a higher fuel consumption. Maybe it's because I used to ride more in the city, but here I accelerated more on the highway, going full throttle to reach top speed. And that could be it too. Maybe the engine wasn't fully broken in yet. But for me, it had an average fuel consumption. Speed, more highway, going full throttle, about 20 to 22 kilometers per liter. If you have an FZ or FZ25, write down below what kind of fuel consumption you get with it. And considering the tank capacity, that's over 300 kilometers per tank. Is the FZ or FZ25 targeted for theft? It doesn't matter, you live in Brazil, so get insurance. I always say that insurance is the best accessory you should get for your motorcycle. I think it's a mandatory accessory. The good thing is that at Protects Me Insurance Broker, you can find very cheap insurance. Starting from 49 and a little, almost around 50 Rs, you're already insured, at least for theft and robbery. But of course, you need to check your profile, the city where you live, your age, all of that. It will all impact your insurance quote. You can get an instant quote now using the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. The insurance price will appear immediately. And of course, guys, that special Protects Me price you already know, hundreds of followers have already benefited from Protects Me's insurance. That's why I recommend them, because it's a public benefit, right? Yeah, and a lot of people even think it's a scam, but it's not. Protects Me is 100% digital and uses artificial intelligence. And with that, you get a quote right away. There's no waiting for a broker. There aren't a lot of employees or big buildings. And with that, they're able to reduce costs and turn it into a discount for you. I got a quote for a 41-year-old man using the zip code for Mogidas Cruises, where I currently live. Several options appeared. You'll use your own profile and it might even be much cheaper. The link in the description or the QR code already has a discount. Well, several options came up, so here we have the cheapest one, theft and robbery coverage. 1,587 Rs per year, down to 1,202 Rs and 33 cents. This annual amount can be paid in installments, okay? Up to 12 times. For less than 130 Rs, you already have theft and robbery coverage, so you can drive with peace of mind. Amanda, I want more insurance. I thought this one was fine. Why? Because here you have not only theft and robbery coverage, but you also have full insurance. So a lot of people want full insurance because of the deductibles. Here you have Porto Seguro, which is very well known. You have a deductible of 5,284 theft and robbery coverage, also with 24-hour assistance just like the other one had, right? The cheapest one also had towing assistance. Here, it's more kilometers, 300 kilometers, and you have third-party coverage, both bodily and material damages. And, of course, 100% compensation according to the FIP, total loss, flooding, and everything else. The amount came to 2,600 reais or 2,331 reais and 60.063 cents, but then you're fully covered. It's not just theft and robbery, it's also bodywork and everything else. And then you can pay it in 12 installments with no interest. Look how great that is. And of course, guys, it might be much cheaper for someone with your profile, especially if you live far from, very dangerous areas, right? Let's put it that way. And with Protex, it's very easy, no bureaucracy. You not only get a quote and close everything securely on your phone or computer, but you also do the inspection. Click the link in the description or the QR code on the screen, and that's it. Get your insurance and drive with peace of mind. With Protex, it's very easy. Clicked, quoted, done. And now I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. Remember, Mandinha doesn't own the truth. You can agree, disagree, or even add your thoughts in the comments as long as it's respectful. But first, you need to subscribe to the channel. Why haven't you subscribed? You come here to watch Mandinha's videos, you agree with Mandinha, you like the videos, and you're not subscribed. Also, check if YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you. Let's reach 1 million motorcycle fans. This channel deserves it. The first positive point is the design. Guys, I think this motorcycle is really beautiful. I like the fairings here. I thought they were really cool. It's a robust, beautiful motorcycle in this gray color here with red. I thought, look, I even put on an outfit here to match the gray with red. I'm matching the palette, right? Guys, in my opinion, the design of this motorcycle is really beautiful. Then you have the wheels. Everything here has a dark finish. Even the little exhaust is well finished. I liked it. The little exhaust there is all darkened with the cover here. That's what it has, right? Because pollutant emissions need a catalyst, right? Yeah, the little muffler. It needs a tip there that fits to hold the gases, right? But I think Yamaha did a good job on the design of this bike, so that's a positive point. Another good thing here is the modular tank. You save more in case of a fall. It can happen. And another good thing is that now it's full LED. Where are the turn signals, right? Those big bulky turn signals that never go away. I think that touch is gone now. Yamaha has updated the FZ20 and FZ25 to full LED. That's a positive point. Remember that it doesn't have hazard lights. So that could be an update for the future. I'm not going to list it as a negative point because they did update the turn signals and everything else. However, it's still missing. The handling is a positive point for riding around the city. It really feels like a little bicycle. Okay, about the mirrors? Maybe they don't show much, but you'll get used to it. But in general, the motorcycle is very good. The handling is perfect. Another positive point is its agility. So for those looking for a motorcycle to ride around the city to escape traffic, but also want to arrive in style and don't want to pay too much, the FZ20 and FZ25 are a good option. So that's a positive point. Yes, it's great for beginners. You should start with the FZ15. There's a video about it on the channel, link in the description. But you can start with an FZ20 or FZ25 if you already want to hit the road and everything, without having to start from the very bottom, because this bike here will help you. So yes, it's good for beginners. And another positive point is fuel efficiency. Okay, according to my calculations here, the fuel consumption has decreased, all right? Considering the old the FZ20 and FZ25, but in general, it's still fuel efficient. Was I riding it hard? What fuel consumption do you get with it? Share in the comments so others can see if it's truly fuel efficient. I mention this because Yamaha engines are generally fuel efficient. Ride quality is another positive point. Okay, it doesn't have corner-by-corner navigation. The connectivity here is more basic, right? But it's already something, so definitely a positive point. Another good thing about it is the engine, right? So you have a robust, reliable engine. Many would even say it's an outdated engine, right? Maybe Yamaha should come up with a more modern design. But you don't change a winning team, do you? I don't know, you write down what you think. The only thing I'm sure of is that it's a reliable, durable engine because it's been running for ages now in the Brazilian market and you can trust it. So a lot of people have this fear, right, of buying a motorcycle that might not be durable, even because of resale value, right? So I think, yes, it's a durable engine, so that's a positive point. Another positive point is the seat. This type of motorcycle usually doesn't have a super comfortable seat. It's not the most comfortable touring seat in the world, but I thought it was good. I'll give it a positive point for improvement, especially for the passenger. It's still not the best bike for carrying someone, but the better padding is a plus. And the last positive point is that it comes with a 4-year warranty and fixed price maintenance, as you can see on the screen. So the cool thing is that even before you buy it, you already know how much you'll spend on maintenance. And now I'm going to talk about the negative points, and we have the classic downside of this bike, which is the lack of a sixth gear. Where is the sixth gear, Yamaha, for God's sake? In the city, I admit you don't really feel it, okay? You won't be riding much above fifth gear, sixth, right? Fifth, it's more like fourth and below, but on the highway, that engine screaming really gives off a bit of vibration, you know? But if it had a sixth gear, it would be more comfortable for trips, okay? So I definitely felt like it was missing, and another thing that's still missing in the whole gear universe is a gear indicator. I like it, I really do. But Amanda, is that just for beginners? Not always. You use strategy. I've been on the road in a gear, glanced down, realized it was fifth, and only then shifted up because the engine was so smooth. Not with the FZ20 or FZ25, but another bike. I realized I was in fifth gear and shifted up. Sometimes you get distracted and don't notice the gear. So I think that to make a fuel consumption strategy, to understand the bike, some people look at the tachometer, but I like to look at the gear to understand. Even the smaller bikes like the FZ15 have it, but the larger FZ20 and FZ25 don't. I think that's missing. Another downside is that it lost the flex feature. Okay, the price difference between ethanol and gasoline isn't that big. I think that gasoline nowadays is becoming more like ethanol than actual gasoline, but I think it's always good to have an option, right? And there was, right, the Yamaha Blue Flex system, which was really good. You could fill up with any mix of gas and ethanol, and now it's gone. So I think that was a downgrade, in my opinion. Okay, so it ends up being a negative point. Another issue is the bike's characteristics, but I need to mention this. So tall people like me will get tired. They'll get a little tired, right, these people? Because of the foot pegs, which are set back. So if you're looking for a bike more for traveling, maybe another style like a Lander or another bike, something a bit more touring might be the best option for you. So check the comfort level for long trips, but in the city in general, it doesn't really cause much discomfort. And there's a power outlet here, and it's good, we like it, but come on, Ms. Yamaha, would it have been so hard to put a USB port there, maybe USB-C? I don't even know if it needs to be USB-C, it could be just USB. Why, guys? If you put an adapter, that's it. You might as well say, look, it's better not to put anything, right? Why? If you use an adapter, the adapter sticks out past the cap. So either you have to carry the thing in your pocket, which you'll end up losing, or if you leave it plugged in here, the cap won't close all the way, and what happens? Water will get in. There's no real workaround. Either leave it under the seat, which is a hassle, or don't bring anything. Then someone buys it or just doesn't use it since carrying it is inconvenient. Who walks around with the charger or the adapter, right? Nobody does. The cable you can just wrap up there, that's fine, especially if someone borrows it. But the adapter, since it gets bulky, you can't even close the little cover to leave it on the motorcycle all the time. I think it's silly, okay? So it ended up being a negative point, unfortunately. And you, do you have more positive or negative points about the FZ20 and FZ25? Check down here. My list is available in several colors, with a suggested retail price starting at $25,100 and RR 25,190 plus shipping. And for you to buy your FZ20 and FZ25 or any other Yamaha motorcycle, my tip is to stop by the Naka group. Why, guys? First, because you get great deals. They'll give you great service, the best service in São Paulo, so you go there, talk to them, have some coffee. They accept your used bike of any brand as part of the payment. That's good, right? And besides having easy financing, installment plans, and much more, they never miss a deal. So if you think of Yamaha, think of Nakar, and Nakar is Yamaha. All you have to do is click the link in the description or call the number on the screen, send a message on WhatsApp, or scan the QR code on the screen, and that's it. Talk to them, negotiate your FZ20 or FZ25 or any other Yamaha motorcycle. That's it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share it with your friends and on social media. I want to know what you think about this motorcycle. And if you want to become a member here on the channel to contribute even more to my work, to have exclusive benefits too, like exclusive access to videos, early content as well, about giveaways and much more, besides helping Mandinha just become a member, there's also Mandinha's WhatsApp, okay? Only VIP members have it, so there's a link here in the description for you to become a member of the channel. But if money is tight and you can't contribute, at least subscribe to the channel because it's free, okay? Click the button below now, subscribe to the channel. Up here, I left a really cool video for you. Down here, I left another one that I'm sure you'll like. See you next time. Big kiss.